What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Jacob with Door to Door Hangout, and I got a banger video for you today. If you're knocking doors for fiber and your numbers aren't where you want them to be, let me tell you, it is not the area. It's not even the product or the ISP you're selling, and it's definitely not the price. It's probably one of these 7 mistakes, and most reps don't even realize they're doing them. I've made these same mistakes as well, and I've fixed these mistakes and my numbers definitely went up. So let's fix it. We're gonna go right into it. Hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for being here, and I really appreciate you guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. We're gonna get right into it. Mistake number 1, asking if they're having internet issues instead of just telling them. This is a big one. I went over this before. This will really help you. Stop asking if they're having internet problems. So stop asking this with customers. Are you having any problems with your internet? They're usually always going to say no. Even if they hate their provider, even if it buffers every night, they're still gonna say no. So you wanna make sure you frame it instead that where you have control. So instead, assume the issue. So you say something like this, yeah, most of your neighbors, they're dealing with slow upload speeds and random price increases. I'm sure you've been seeing that as well. You know, you're nodding and shaking your head and you're pointing at them. You frame the problem instead of asking them permission to talk about it. Mistake number 2, over-explaining the technology. Nobody cares about fiber infrastructure. I promise you, most customers don't. They care about their price. They care about if the company or ISP that you are providing is reliable, which most fiber is reliable, and they care about installation expectations, those type of things. They don't wake up, and I went over this before, a customer isn't waking up and like, I got 1,000 megabits per second download and upload speed, symmetrical speeds. This is awesome. They don't care. Like I had a guy that commented on one of my videos that was like, you don't know anything about latency. Cool. I don't want to know a bunch about it. I'm not a tech. I'm not trying to confuse and bore the customer with all the technical stuff. The more technical you get, the more confused they get. Top sales guys, they don't need to know anything infrastructure about fiber. They just need to know that fixing problems. Sales is fixing problems and being the solution to those problems. Confused people don't buy. So keep it simple. The main thing is KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. We have better internet. It's more affordable. Those type of things. It's faster. It's more reliable. The rate is locked in. The price, I don't like to say locked in, but the price doesn't go up year after year. We grandfather you into a price. I like saying that. 5 years from now, you're still at the same price. The install is free. Companies are charging $99 for install. We're waiving that. Those are the things that make it simple, okay? It's that simple. Mistake number 3, talking too much. And I have this problem. I do this all the time. Most reps lose the sale because they can't stop talking. You want to present, and then you want to close, and then you want to stop talking. Silence is pressure to the customer. It's pressure to them like, oh, okay, I got to tell them yes or no. Then you can rebuttal. But if you keep explaining after the close, they might be sold, then you weaken it. So say your line, then wait. I'll give you a little story. Last week, I pretty much told this guy, he went into the home and he's like, well, let me go talk to my wife really quick. I'm like, okay, perfect. I did my close, everything. He comes back out and he's like, all right, you got me. My wife said, okay. So I'm like, cool. Instead of just getting him on the install list, which you always want to do, I made the mistake of just going over how much better it is. I did sell his neighbor. So I was like, hey, do you know her? And then after I talked for probably 3 or 4 minutes, I was trying to get him on the install list. He was like, well, let me think about it. Well, just 4 minutes ago, you came outside and said, let's go ahead and do it. He's like, well, I got to talk to my wife again. Well, you just went inside to talk to your wife. I'm kind of confused, right? He's like, well, do you have a card? It really shocked me. It hasn't happened to me in a while, but I knew exactly why that happened. It's because I kept talking when he was sold, and I should have just put him on the install list. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen all the time to you guys. To salespeople, a lot of us are talkers, and that's okay. We have to be able to converse with people and build rapport and talk. But sometimes you could talk yourself out of a sale. And I've done that. And I always kick myself in the butt. I'm like, dang it. So just sharpen your skills. When that happens in the field, just realize you're having that problem. And then boop, just kind of nip it in the butt and just be more closing. I like to build rapport and close. So that way I know my installs are going to stick more, right? But if you talk too much, you're just going to lose it. And so that was a good example of what happened to me. Okay. Now let's get right back into it. Mistake number 4. Not controlling the frame. What do I mean by this? If you walk up unsure, apologetic, low energy, you've already lost. You need to control the frame. You need to control the door. Remember, you're not interrupting them. Don't knock on the door and say, hey, sorry to bug you. We are offering an upgrade to their internet. Your tone should say, hey, I'm here to help you switch over. Not sorry to bother you. Don't be that person, all right? Framing matters. You're there to help them. You want to have that intense look in your eyes, like, I'm here to help you. I'm a professional and I know what I'm doing. Don't be apologetic to them. When you're unsure or you're apologizing, they feed that energy and they're like, I'm not interested. But when you control the door and you control your emotions and you're like, I'm the professional here, they respect you more. Mistake number 5, not assuming the switch. What do I mean by not assuming the switch? Weak reps ask. So is that something you'd be interested in? Strong reps say, okay, perfect. My job's super simple. All I do is just get you on the install list. That line assumes they're moving forward. It shifts from selling to processing. And psychologically, that's easier to accept. Mistake number 6, weak close structure. Your close should be clean. Here's an example. All my job is to do is to get you on that install list, okay? Install's free. You're gonna get that faster speed that we went over with that rate that doesn't go up and up. We were gonna grandfather you into that price. And for some reason, if you change your mind, which I know you won't, we're gonna be a lot faster than the cable company you're with, you can always cancel, okay? Because it's no contract. Fair enough? Now that lowers resistance, it removes pressure, and it keeps control. Okay, then I stop talking and they're like, yeah, sure, fair. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Perfect. Once I get them installed, I know they're not switching back to the cable company. Mistake number 7, leaving without a one-liner reset or leaving without a rebuttal. A one-liner reset or rebuttal, this one's huge. Most reps hear, no thanks, and then they just walk away. You don't want to do that. When someone says no, they're not usually saying, no, okay? They're saying, I don't want to think about it right now, or I don't really even know what you're talking about, where your product is. So before you leave, drop a rebuttal, a one-liner rebuttal, something like, no, I totally get it. Well, a quick question though, if we could lock you into a lower rate than what you're paying now, would it at least make sense to look at it? Okay, and I don't like saying lock, right? So like, hey, quick question though, if we can grandfather you into a price that never changes. You know how you have to call the cable company every few years to get your bill lower down? If we could do that for you, never have to do that again, would it at least make sense to look at it? And I'm sure you've been having those issues with your internet. A lot of your neighbors have been telling me the outages, that kind of stuff, and I'm shaking my head like this. Yeah, well, we can fix that for you. Would you at least look at it all if I can fix that for you? Or here's another one, no worries. Most people say the same thing before they realize their promo was about to expire. Have you looked at when your promo is gonna expire with the cable company? Or even like, hey, fair enough. Are you planning on sticking with them long term, or you're not arguing with them? You're reopening the frame. You never want to argue. You just want to reopen it. One guy told me, I remember, I'm just not interested right off the bat. And I was training a rep. And I looked at him square in the eyes and I said, well, you said you're not interested. What do you mean by that? What's the reason why you haven't looked at this? And then I just listened. And he's like, well, to be honest with you, I really don't know much about it. And, my internet's just fine. And so I started going into it a little bit. Usually someone would just hear a customer say, I'm not interested. And then they're like, okay, here's my card or whatever. And they just go, that separates a weak rep from a strong rep, or average rep to a top rep. If you want to be a top rep in this industry, you take that smoke screen, you just bypass it, and then you ask them why. But in a cool way, in a respectful way. No, for sure, I get it. So when you say you're not interested, like, what do you really mean? Like, what questions do you have? Have you heard about why your neighbors are switching over to the fiber? And then listen to them. No, I haven't. Some of them are gonna say, I said, man, I'm not interested. Okay, cool. Maybe rebuttal again. Listen, I'm not interested. Then okay, this guy's just not, I'm just gonna keep going. But sometimes you could turn a not interested into a sale. I've done it before. It works. Just reopen the frame. Sometimes that one sentence turns the whole sale. It just helps you. So even if it doesn't, you leave in control. So look, guys, fiber is super simple. It's not about being super pushy. It's about structure. If you fix these 7 mistakes, I promise you, your numbers will go up. Not because you're working harder, because you're working cleaner. And what we say matters. And it's not just what we say, it's how we say it. Tonality, body language, all these things I go over in my videos. Make sure you hit subscribe and you'll see that. So if you're serious about getting better at the door, subscribe. I break down real fiber sales psychology on this channel. Let's level up together. Really appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the next one.